Why have you forsaken me? Why are you so far from saving me? So far from my cries of anguish? My God, I cry out by day, but you do not answer. By night, but I find no rest. Psalm 22, 1 and 2.
Silence. Dead silence.
Nothing. No answer.
Only darkness. Eternal darkness.
Is this what hell is like? No answer?
God is so distant. I'm not sure God really exists.
God? What God? There is no God.
I gave up on God a long time ago.
Why? Well, it's rather simple, really.
God gave up on me. You know how I know? I never got any answers to the questions I was asking.
All I ever got was a jumble of overpowering emotions and thoughts, always running around in my mind, never leaving, never giving me a moment's peace.
Along with a dead silence from God.
Nothing.
You want proof?
I have lots of proof.
The story goes like this.
I traveled to India for a job conference 2 years ago, where I saw poverty everywhere, except in the 5-star hotel where I was staying. While I was taking a tour, I just saw overwhelming poverty, and I got this intense sadness and rage at myself for my wealth, at the government for letting this happen, and at God for seeming absent from this land.
God is absent in my house. My dad is my proof. He's been a drunk most of his life, and when he gets drunk, he gets angry. And when he gets angry, it's never a pretty sight. I have to protect my mom from his beatings, and so I take most of it myself. I hate him! I hate myself for not reporting him, and I hate God for leaving me to defend myself.
I hate him. My boss is constantly berating me, demanding more work and longer hours while I stay in the same pay grade. He never listens to my ideas, and I'm frustrated, angry, and ready to quit. But the economy's in the toilet, so I won't get another job. I've tried, but no luck. And God? No help from God.
I began to depend heavily on over-the-counter drugs.
I began cutting.
I began drinking.
It seemed logical.
It seemed like the only way to escape the pain.
So excuse me if I'm not into God right now.
God put people in my life that I trusted.
My boss.
The government.
My dad.
But they let me down.
And when I needed God the most, God took off.
And left me to deal with the mess.
So why would I trust God?
Trust God?
What a joke!
I won't be a fool again.
Because there's silence. Only silence.
Save me, O God, for the waters have come up to my neck. I sink into miry depths where there is no foothold. I have come into the deep waters, and the floods engulf me. I am worn out from calling for help. My throat is parched. Psalm 69, 1 and 3. To some, silence can be deafening, but to God, it is a chance to speak to deepest parts of our hearts. And it's a chance for Him to teach us that He does not always make Himself known to us through earthquakes or thunderstorms. Sometimes He reveals Himself to us in the silence, in the stillness. And it's in the silence of our darkest times that we need to open our hearts and minds to hear the Word of God.